All right, everyone. Welcome back to Versus Live. My name is Corey Baumeister.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And we got Rob in the booth. Say hello, Rob.
Hello, Rob.
God, he's just so nice. So nice.
Point.
Rob will be taking your questions, concerns, or burns, so feel free to tag at Star City Games. Get those questions sent over to us, and we will hear what you got. I know you got some good questions here before, it's our last Versus Live for quite a while, so it's got to be something that has just been eating at you that you need to know about me or Ross.
Yeah. Like, say, the frequency with which we lock ourselves in our own bathrooms.
Oh, my God. All right. I wasn't going to tell this story, but there almost wasn't a Versus Live today because has anyone ever been just, having a normal day, taking a shower, get out of the shower. I was about to go get the Starbucks I put down on the counter for myself. I go to pull the doorknob, and the doorknob comes with me. And my bathroom does this fun thing where you can't get out without a doorknob. Crazy, I know. So I was contemplating either jumping out my 2-story window to be able to not have
onto the roof of the garage.
Onto what?
All the way down to the ground.
Well, I was either going to have to jump 2 stories to the ground or do some parkour stuff, onto the roof, backflip off, which I do quite often.
Yes.
Just to avoid the call of, and my fiance was not home. She was at work, of course. So to avoid the call of having to explain this situation to Ross, who would then explain this to the world, I did basically everything I could to do. And, well, he had to come in and let me out of my own bathroom. So that's how today started. So
I think you should have live tweeted all that for the Twitter clout.
You think so? Well, I was just trying to focus on getting to here on time. So, yeah.
We needed to get to breakfast.
Yeah.
Which I ended up paying for.
Yeah.
So I've been doing Corey a lot of favors.
You have been.
Still won the first match.
I know.
One life.
I haven't been giving you any slack, even though you've literally got me out of my own bathroom. Yeah. So it was an uncomfortable situation, to say the least. But if you want to be comfortable, you can head over to carnox.com/SCG, pick up one of these Carnox chairs, and you won't get locked in your bathroom. It's a guarantee.
Yeah. And
it's part of their policy.
Yeah.
10% off.
It's in the fine print.
It's in the fine print. Like, if you own one of these chairs, this kind of catastrophe will not happen to you. I'm ordering a Carnox chair after this.
Yeah.
I have to.
That's a smart.
I need to get to work. Just... What am I going to do? All right, so we are heading into round 2 here of our Try Hard Pioneers. Normally, we save kind of our wacky matchup for the third one, but we started with it, essentially. Those were 2 decks that I don't know if you really consider either of them being tier 1. I necessarily don't.
I think the dredge deck's good.
You do? I think it's okay, but I think it's very easily exploitable because you just have to do the same kind of thing. But
if people aren't exploiting it, then I don't really care if it's exploitable.
Touche. But the deck that I am playing here for sure, and what Ross is playing, I do consider 2 of the maybe at least top 7 decks or whatever. I think they're very strong. I'm playing Izzet Emerge, really focusing on the power of sacking a Rekindling Phoenix to Elder Deep Fiend. I made some changes from the original list, which I think improved it, but I basically went from, instead of 2 Mutavault, 2 Sanctums, 4 Sanctums. Chaining Elder Deep Fiend together in so many matchups is just insanely busted. And I want to maximize the amount of times I can do that, because you don't even have to do it that many times. If you cast 2 Deep Fiends on back-to-back turns, you usually just win.
Agreed. I think that's like the Eldrazi part is the most powerful thing the deck is doing.
Yeah.
Whether it's with Sanctum of Vukan finding more Deep Fiends or Deep Fiend triggering Kill Select's return.
Yeah.
That's when the deck feels really busted.
Yeah. I feel like I've been hanging out with you too much, because the Izzet bug has just been infecting me lately like nobody's business. I've been loving Izzet Phoenix and Izzet Emerge decks. I think they're some of the 2 top decks out of like top 5 decks or whatever in Pioneer. I've been a huge fan of them. I don't know which one I like more. I kind of side with the Izzet Phoenix deck that has Young Pyromancer.
This deck has even more Phoenixes, so it's more Izzet Phoenixy than Izzet Phoenix.
That's true.
So it has to be better.
That's true. Whoa. What are you playing, buddy?
This is Azorius Control. As I said before the break, the list came from Aspiring Spike, who's been playing the deck a lot and doing quite well with it online. I have not had very much success with Azorius Control on this show, so I'm hoping to
I don't think you can say I haven't had that much success. I think that would be a lie. You've had 0 success. It has been negative success.
Yeah, but now if I lose, I get to blame somebody else.
Yeah.
That's just good value.
That is good value. All right, well, before we get this game going while I shuffle, Rob, you got one really good question. It's got to be a good one.
Yeah, it's actually about the Azorius deck.
Okay, next question.
right, well,
just kidding. Bring it.
Do you all think that the Azorius deck could become very oppressive and be the oppressive deck of the format? Because there's been a lot of talk about it online.
I have some strong feelings about this. You want to start?
I don't see it really becoming that oppressive. I think combating it is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
It's just like any other control deck.
Mm-hmm. I think if the deck had Path, it probably would, because then it can deal with everything. But when you have to play cards like Azorius Charm as your early way to interact,
Seal away.
yeah, and Seal Away and stuff like this, I just don't think the deck is powerful enough. And once again, very exploitable deck, very powerful. Don't get me wrong. You know, there's a lot of Supreme Verdict is just an insane Magic card. Teferi Time Reveler, insane Magic card. Dig Through Time, insane Magic cards. But its cast and crews of supporting members, not as good. So, no, I think we're a few cards away from making it insane. But if we did have Path, I think the deck would be busted.
Yeah. I could see that for sure. This is a risky hand, but I have a piece of cheap interaction, so I think I'll buy myself enough time. There's plenty of blue sources in the deck.
And you're on the play.
Yep.
Do you think I'm feeling lucky? Got him. Obviously can't keep a no-lander, even though that would have worked out. But, yeah.
That means we can take another question, Rob, if you got it.
I do. Do you think that there is a tier 1 Heart of Kirin deck in the format? I know you've liked Jeskai, Corey.
I keep expecting
like
these
perhaps
decks to be
Mardu.
good.
Yeah.
And they just aren't.
I will disagree with that. I think Jeskai Vehicles, the deck that I played a decent amount, played it on my Dropping Bombs here a couple weeks ago. I think that deck's really good. That's a really good Heart of Kirin deck. And then these mono red splash black decks I've been seeing popping up that play Heart of Kirin, Chain Whirler, Chandra to enable that and stuff. Scrap Heap Scrounger. Basically red black standard when it dominated there. It's basically an incarnation of that. I think that's pretty good too. But once again, that's a 2 of. That's maybe a 3 of in Jeskai Vehicles. But I'm with you. I don't see Heart just destroying the metagame like I kind of thought it would. It's such a powerful card, but
yeah.
It still needs a lot of help, and you got to have a really good shell for it. And I just don't know if it's for sure there. All right, so we're going to keep this. Now, what do we want to bottom here? I like all of our cards, actually. We have a lot of dead cards in this matchup, so being able to have a good hand that we keep is pretty nice. We're just going to put this land on the bottom.
Hallowed Fountain.
All right. Let's kick it off. We'll go with a Steam Vents. Pass to you.
Never didn't have it.
Had it.
Had it the whole time.
Okay. I will go with a Chart the Course. We'll discard a Flame Wake, a Phoenix.
Okay, let's see you chart a course this time. I will play my Narset. That's -2 that.
It's pretty good.
Supreme Verdict and 3 lands. So.
Yeah. Kind of wish I would have kept Flame Wake Phoenix in my hand. It'd be a pretty good play.
Yeah, you're up. It's going to be hard for Corey to bring back that Phoenix this turn.
It's impossible.
Nothing's impossible if you believe.
No, that's impossible. Well, should I play this? I think that's pretty good right now. Champion of Wits would be 3 mana, 2/1. Bad on raid already. Discard 2 cards. I guess you can choose not to do it, so that is not the worst. This is tough. Kind of actually want to play this, even though it's really, really bad. But yeah, we're gonna choose no. You can't. It is a may, right? If you do, okay, I'll choose no.
Okay, can't be too upset about that.
No.
Keep drawing lands, which is not the worst.
Wow, so you're just saying you're getting lucky.
Yeah, I guess we'll minus this.
Okay.
Huh. Think I will take the counter spell
Okay. Syncopate.
and let's play a Castle Vantress.
Alrighty. So I know Supreme Verdict and that, right? Okay.
Pass turn.
Alright. I will attack.
I will make you sacrifice an attacking creature.
Okay.
Now I have Syncopate to cover a potential Rekindling Phoenix.
That you do. That you do. Think I'm just completely content with this, and I'll just pass to you.
Okay, I am content with that.
Oh, are you? We're both
Yep.
content then.
I will play Castle Ardenvale and pass the turn.
Raisin Borrower coming in.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
I will syncopate that for 2, I think.
That's the only hope I really have with this deck is I have a lot of stuff I can play on your turn to try to set up a good turn, but still not easy for sure.
Yeah. This is a... I think my Narset's probably dead. I'm particularly worried about Rekindling Phoenix rebuying Flamewake Phoenix. And I'm not sure there's no way for me to stop that and keep my Narset on the battlefield. I don't think.
Yeah, that's a tricky situation.
Just make you have it then. I'll syncopate that for 2.
Okay.
Yeah, the unstep creature is pretty nice.
Yeah, really is. Okay.
I shouldn't be that protective of this Narset too because you can just stomp it.
I do have it.
Yeah, never didn't have it.
Beginning combat. Yeah. Your turn. My opening hand, I didn't have it. So you can't say I never didn't have it. That's just wrong. All right.
I am just going to tap out for this because I don't want you to cast a whatchamacallit response.
Oh, whatchamacallit. Yep, I have a lot of those.
So let's cast out this
'Kay.
thing. Yeah, I don't want you to Elder Deep Fiend with it.
Yep, makes
Response
sense.
To cast out. Pass the turn.
Alrighty, I'm gonna untap. Not a heinous draw, not the best. Alright, what do we want to do now? I think we want to attack for 2.
Put it on top of your deck.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. If Corey wants to Elder Deep Fiend now, then I get to Verdict the Deep Fiend.
That's pretty strong. Not a fan.
You make fun of Azorius Charm a lot.
Yeah, I would love to play around that, but I really can't. So we're going to go with a Kozilek's Return in response.
Okay.
I don't want to draw it. Kozilek's Return's already a dead card, and then we'll go with the Jace. Pass to you.
You got 4 in the graveyard there?
Yeah. Yeah, Jace is one of the additions I tried instead of the main deck just shenanigan stuff that was there, like 1 Stubborn Denial, 1 Entrancing Melody, random stuff like that.
Got to deal with that Jace. That Jace is
Jace is scary.
It's
And that's the main reason. I don't think it's particularly good in the deck, but people just kill it, always, you know? All right. Bone Crusher Giant?
Yep.
Beginning combat.
I go to 18.
All right. Pass to you.
Okay, Verdict again.
Okay.
You can go.
Untap. Fumarole, and I'll pass to you.
On your end step, I'll cast Dig.
That's pretty good.
I thought so. It's not a bad dig.
It's really hard for there to be really bad digs, you know? Yeah, that's the point of the game where it's just pretty tough because I have so many dead draws in my deck. And now you just pretty much have control. This is going to be a tough game one to win. Post-sideboard, we can get a little ways to interact, which is much needed in this matchup. But for now, I think game one is just bad. But that's kind of Azorius' control's MO, you know? Just always has good game ones. Yeah, that resolves.
Get my Teferi down, get some card advantage.
And a foiled Teferi. How pretty.
This should start snowballing pretty quickly.
Okay.
Go to my end step. And
Sure. I'll untap.
Stop drawing lands there for a second. Wouldn't mind another land or two.
All right. We got a Rekindling Phoenix.
That resolves.
Getting combat. We'll send that out to Teferi.
Teferi goes to 3.
Your turn. All right. Not a bad draw, but I still feel quite scared.
Plus this.
Yep.
Okay, now we hit some lands. Let's cast out this Rekindling Phoenix again.
Okay.
Again, main phase because I'm afraid of Deep Fiend. I'm also going to get to untap 2 lands anyway, so we'll go to my end step, untap 2 lands.
Okay. Untap. Declare tax.
Sure. Let's Azorius turn that.
Okay. Not much I can do about that. It's definitely not good. It's not good by any means. But I think we're gonna try this. Okay. In response, Deep Fiend. I will target this, 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 and this. Okay. Trigger. We're gonna get another one. And that's it. Your turn.
Plus Teferi.
Yep.
Verdict.
Verdict, huh? What can I do here? Not much. Okay.
And yeah, untap 2 lands and you're up.
All right. Phoenix. Oops.
Resolves. Before combat or with that.
No.
Third cast out.
Third cast out. Okay. Land go. Think that should seal it up.
Plus here.
Yep. You got like a dig or some gas in the tank.
I have a Jace Architect of Thought.
Okay.
Which I will minus.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty much at the point where there's no chance.
I will select Absorb.
Yep. That'll do it.
That'll do.
The cast outs look nice. Obviously, it's a very good target. Is Rekindling Phoenix, but yeah, they look really good.
Yeah, it's one of the things I've noticed with Spike's that I haven't seen in a lot of others, and I think it's just really good.
I think so too. It's such a versatile card, you know. I mean, the one cycle when you don't need it, when it's not that good, is really undervalued, you know. And I think especially now that Oko's going to be banned, you're going to see a lot stickier creatures like Phoenix, Scarab God, you know, all these cards that were just 3/3 expensive 3/3 elks. And if that's the case, Cast Out is going to be like the best way to deal with those.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break here, let Corey get some of these dead cards out of it.
Yeah.
And gear up for what should be some really nice interactive sideboard games. Because I'm sure you got some counter spells in the sideboard and some other sticky threats and things like that. Typical anti-control cards. So we'll see what Corey's got. We'll be back in just a minute and we'll finish up this match.
All right, everybody, welcome back to our holiday edition of Versus Live. It's no different than normal Versus Live, but the holidays are coming, so we're going to go with it. Does that work?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So we are sideboarding here with blue-red Emerge against Azorius Control. So naturally, I have a lot of cards that are bad. These Kozilek's Return, I drew 2 of them pretty late in that game, too, which pretty much sealed the deal. You know, I really needed a 7th land. I could have brought back Champion and started doing stuff. Instead, I drew K-Return. So this card's unplayable. Wild Slash is also pretty bad. Not really much we can do. And then we're taking out 1 Bone Crusher. The card's also not great. We didn't have any other sideboard options to bring in the rest. And this could just be a flaw in my deck building here if I expect a lot of Azorius Control. Because I would...
It's hard to have 10 cards for control, right?
It's really true. And Bone Crusher is okay. You kind of need the 4-power creature to bring back Flame Wakes and stuff. So it's
the
reasonable.
Damage can finish off a Narset from Stomp or a Fairy or something. So I actually think Bone Crusher is fine.
It's completely fine. And with Lyra coming in basically every single sideboard against us, I felt the need to leave in Lightning Axe, but Lightning Axe is still a card that is just, I never want to draw it, except absolutely when you play Lyra, and then, it'll be a game winner, but...
You want it on top of your deck the turn I cast Lyra.
Yeah. And the thing is, I also just don't really care about it because I have Brazen Borrower to tempo you out. I have Elder Deep Fiend to tap it. I'm not really afraid of Lyra.
Bigger than it.
Yeah, Deep Fiend just goes right over Lyra. But yeah, then we're bringing in cheap counter spells and Planeswalkers. What do you got?
Okay, I have the aforementioned Lyras. I've got some of my own mystical disputes. I waffled on whether or not to bring in Rest in Peace. I'm going to try it. The sticky threats, the Phoenixes, are kind of tough to deal with. I had all 3 of my cast outs in game 1 to deal with 3 Phoenixes from Corey's side.
Yep.
This lets me deal with them with Supreme Verdict, which is nice. It does make my dig through times a lot worse. So I'm trimming a dig when I'm bringing in these Rest in Pieces. I couldn't bring myself to cut all of them. They're just too good. So we're sort of replacing dig with another Narset, which is solid in the matchup. I don't think Blessed Alliance is very good. It's very bad against all the Phoenixes, as is sort of Supreme Verdict. And Jace is not great against them. You don't really go wide. You have a lot of just big individual threats. Jace is not great against those. Hard to tap out for this. I'm bringing in another expensive...
Especially on the draw here.
Yeah. And then my absorbs get significantly worse on the draw. And they get significantly worse when Corey has a lot of cheap counter spells.
Yeah.
So I can expect his threats to live. And so I kind of need a little bit less of my own counter suite. Because, if you force through a threat, then I just draw another counter spell. It just doesn't do anything.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. I don't know what I want from my side more, to see your digs come out or Rest in Peace come in. I'm not sure which is worse, because dig just destroys me most of the time, but Rest in Peace really can be annoying. So we'll see. I really don't know which one I would rather see.
I'm not at all sold that Rest in Peace should be coming in.
Yeah.
But if I were testing this matchup and I had Rest in Pieces on my board, I would try
them. Yeah, exactly.
Gotta learn.
I like it. And on the draw, I think there's a better case to be made than on the play. On the play, I think you just rather have max amount of counter spells and stuff, because I am still a blue-red deck that wants to cast my stuff on sorceries. I have Brazen Borrower and Deep Fiend, but other than that, I'm a tap out blue-red deck to set up, and then I lock you out with Deep Fiend, which would be great against you, of course, but then your counter spells still work when you untap. But if I never stick a threat that I can emerge, I'm gonna have a tough time winning, and that's kind of this deck's biggest flaw. So.
Yeah.
Rob, what do you got for those questions?
All right. MBUSC1 wants to know, now that the format's opened up a little bit, what cards are you excited to play with?
The Scarabian Genius, which you're going to see next round. And those of you who don't know what that card is, because it's not a real card, it's the Scarab God. I'm ready to see that card come through again. And God, I know this is just the kid in the candy store mentality, but I'm just excited for everything with Oko being gone. It's just such an impressive card. It makes games unfun. Even watching the Players' Championship with just all the Oko decks, it's just a matter of time when Oko gets banned in the rest, and it opens everything up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corsair Crufix, maybe. That card has seen a little bit of play still, but it should see more play now.
Yeah.
I like playing with the Corsair Crufix.
Yeah.
The card I was always most excited to play with is now banned, and that's Smuggler's Copter.
Yeah.
That's fine. It deserved to get banned.
Same. I got to play it at the first Pro Tour that I got introduced and then banned shortly after. I got my time in the sun.
I also played it at that Pro Tour, and I was eliminated from the tournament before I drew one.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I lost a lot. I did not draw. I was playing the same deck you played, the red-black
deck,
because I know Brad played it as well. This is in Hawaii, by the way.
Yeah.
Frederick Kaladesh.
Yeah. Brad said that deck was one of the worst decks he ever played in his career.
Yes, he didn't. He was not a fan.
I went 8-2. I did.
Yeah.
That's my style of deck. I love these scrappy little red-black decks.
I won to the draft also with a red-black deck.
Nice.
And I lost my first 3 matches, and I did not draw a Smuggler's Copter in any game.
Did you consider drawing better?
I did. And
Okay.
It didn't work out.
Okay, that's fair. But hey, we were in Hawaii, so it wasn't that bad.
I'm not as big in Hawaii as other people are.
Really? You cray. All right. I think I'll keep this. We need a little help from the top, but it's reasonable hand.
I will keep my hand as well.
All right. Vent to you.
Island go.
Okay. Canal and go.
Opt on your instant.
Okay.
Ross, one question from earlier about
Bottom.
actually opts in this deck. Drizzy Juzzler wanted to know, do you think that opt is comparable to maybe playing Censor in that spot in this deck?
I do like Censor. I really do. I think that card's sweet.
That was not a good sequence of draws.
Yeah, don't worry. Mine's not great either.
The scry's pretty valuable. As you saw there, I was able to.
And you're done, right?
Yeah, I haven't been
I'll shoot you
super
for 2.
impressed with Censor. So I'm at 16
Yep.
or 18.
18. Yep.
I would play opt. I don't know.
All right, we're going to go with a land, and now you can counter a blue spell with Mystical Dispute, but otherwise I'm pretty open to resolve something, so I think I want to go like this. Your turn.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. No land?
I will go to disc.
Woo! Yeah, I needed this land, too. I didn't have it. We love that.
Let's discard the Absorb that we're probably not going to have time to cast. Since
Sure.
we're tapping out a lot.
Sure. We'll get in there.
14.
All right. And I'll take 2.
18.
And now I think I don't want to walk anything into a counter spell now. So we're just going to pass to you. We're going to play the tempo game now at this point.
Okay. I will cycle cast out.
And that is chill. Super chill. Surprised you didn't do that during your turn. I tend to do that a lot. Just be like, well, I'm going to die if the land isn't there, but then I die when the land's not there, so.
I will cast an opt.
Opt, huh? Okay. This is more like the blue-white control player that I'm
I will
seeing.
shock to 12.
Okay.
I hit the land.
Yeah.
I'll pass the turn.
Raisin Borrower.
Raisin Borrower, you say?
Yep.
That one's fine.
All right. Okay. Now, what do we want to do here? Let's just get busy.
I'm at 5.
All right. Now, I think once again, we're going to take this slow and steady. No reason to play something to walk into a syncopate. We'll chart a course. That was not a great draw. Not a great draw. So we got to expect a Supreme Verdict is likely to come. So now, and I can't do anything about that. So we're going to chart a course again.
I have to ask myself a question.
Ask away.
Am I feeling lucky?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if I make you syncopate this, then you don't get to do whatever opt cycle shenanigans you have. And then you're just dead. So I feel I'm okay with this getting countered because you're risking just immediate death.
I'm feeling lucky.
All right. That's exiled.
I don't think I'm ever going to get to use that syncopate if I don't use it right there.
As to you. Yeah, I agree with you. I think you need to put yourself in a position to kind of have it all.
And the one extra draw step, I would have just cycled the cast out.
Yeah.
Never didn't have it.
Had it.
And then Supreme Verdict.
Okay.
You're up.
All right. Now the shields are down, so this is the turn to play something effective. And boy, do I ever have something effective. How about a Chandra? Is that card good?
Pretty good.
Now the question is, what do I want to do with this? I have options. Shock.
You have 2 options, yes.
So, okay, if we take a peek at our hand, Rob, I can either tick up,
But I can't see it.
play this,
Can't see it.
or I leave this and just automatically have the shock there, and I think that is a little safer. So we're going to tick up, top ability, take 2. Go.
I'm at 3. So I could play this, and I would immediately die to Bone Crusher Giant.
Like that. I play those.
Yeah, or I could go for this.
Good thing you know what's in your deck.
Yeah.
And stay at 3.
What you got, punk?
I think I'm gonna cast out. There's too many things that go wrong the other way. This plays around a Stubborn Denial.
Stubborn denial.
They won.
Okay.
Not sure why you're tapping me out.
Zoinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that,
Just to make sure for one. I mean, if you had
Sure.
anything,
Yeah, it
it
makes
didn't
sense.
matter. Yeah.
if I go Lyra, this stuff's still gonna kill me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just fell
So we
too
got
far
that.
behind.
For people that are wondering exactly, I just pointed at things. I'm going to bounce, cast out, tick up, deal 2 damage, attack for 2. Ross is at 3, so make sure that is a game over. All right, well, that was a tale of you not drawing lands. Whenever you opt and you don't hit a land when you're looking for one, it feels so bad, you
It's
know?
the worst.
It
It was
is.
the worst.
It's like opt is supposed to fix all your wildest dreams. Everyone knows that, you know?
That's why it's in the deck.
Exactly.
Why doesn't it know that?
Otherwise, it'd be a censor. All right, Rob, you got any questions for us?
Yeah, we've got 2 questions on 2 drops to go with a little theme. there, I
Okay,
guess.
okay.
So
On the second day of Versus Live, the 2 drops gave 2. All right, sorry.
What about the lack of search for Azcanta in blue-white? Is that surprising to you? As well as, what is the issue with Declaration Stone as your path replacement? Is it the downside, or is it just the 2-mana part?
I think there should always be one search, to be honest, but
I typically do see 1 search for Azcanta.
it is a nombo with dig, which is a problem, but
Not really. It actually, you transform it, and then you dig. And
yeah.
It helps to, fuel the dig, too.
Yeah.
It's kind of weak to Teferi. It gets awkward, where, they can bounce it, then you got to commit 2 more mana to it.
Mhm.
And then there's not a ton of field of runes around for the actual Azcanta.
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually see 1. You'd have to talk to Aspiring Spike.
And you could
figure
see,
exactly why it
Abrupt Decay becomes a non-dead card. Game 1 against that, random other things like that blue-white strives on. You
Yeah.
Veraska, or
Big
whatever.
Teferi can tuck it.
Yeah.
If you draw it late. So it's a little bit. I would assume that it's just been answered too many times. It seems to me like there's a second Jace where most lists have 1 Jace, one search, which seems fine to me. Neither card seems stellar. As for Declaration in Stone, my big issue with it is actually that it's a sorcery for this deck. This deck does not want sorcery.
Unless
speed
you got
removal.
Teferi.
It's not Supreme Verdict. Obviously, giving them a card is also not great. You're an attrition deck. You're trying to limit their resources.
Yeah.
I could see sideboarding some, particularly for token strategies.
Yeah.
And then it just handles things like Rekindling Phoenix. And big creatures
It'd be
like
great
that.
against me.
Yeah, so I could see it as a sideboard card because it's so wide-ranging. It can hit some very specific threats that you otherwise struggle against. But it's not the kind of card that you want to generically kill things. Blessed Alliance does an okay job there. Also against Life Late, against.
I think the Deck and Stone thing is a product of Oko being around. There's just not those really sticky creatures around when Oko was around because you just can't. You just can't play Scarab God.
Your Deck and Stone.
Exactly. But it was Oko's from other decks was keeping those kind of creatures at bay. But now that that's gone, you're going to need to see Deck and Stone, I think, in my opinion. Because giving them that clue is not that big of a deal when you're blue-white control. Because you usually, by the end, you have so many cards that you just need to live through the few turns.
Yeah.
And then you just have a wealth of riches. But, yeah.
Yeah. So to me, it seems more like a sideboard card, but it seems like a good one.
Yeah, a great
I
sideboard
think
card.
that's an important point. The cards that it's good against are going to see more play now.
Yup.
Okay, I'm on the play for game 3, and my hand is great.
My hand's okay. We're going to keep it.
I will start with a Hallowed Fountain.
All right. Wandering Ephemeral.
I will play an island.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Doing a lot of stuff here.
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things. Okay. Land go.
End step, I will draw a card.
You got it. Very powerful.
I thought so. And now we have maybe I was wrong to get rid of that.
Fish.
I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Okay. End step, I will shoot you for 2.
That's fine.
Okay.
18.
Boom.
Just stomping me.
Just stomping the yard. Let's see here. We're going to go like this. Now, I don't want to walk into a counter spell here for any of my spells that really matter. So we're going to start with just a Chart a Course.
That is fine.
1, 2. And I think we just want to discard Flame Wake. Eventually, we're going to gain value off it. I'll pass to you.
Lanes go.
All right. So I don't want to go Bone Crusher now and try to get Flame Wake Phoenix back. I have a feeling that won't work. I have a sneaking suspicion. So instead, we're going to take 2 and pass to you.
We got Brazen Bar plus a counter spell that
You
we're
never
trying
know.
to leave up.
I'm at 18.
Is that what we're trying to do?
I wouldn't tell you if I wouldn't tell you.
Oh, I've got land go.
All right, I got a Brazen Borrower. A Raisin Borrower.
I am going to dispute that.
Dispute the charges? Okay. Untap. I'm gonna go with the land here, and I think I want to try to crush some bones here.
I will attempt an absorb. Hope you don't have a dispute. So I have stub covered.
Yeah, we got the dispute.
That's unfortunate.
And then we're tapping ourselves out here, but we're at least getting a board present, so I think I'm okay with that. I'll
Attack
pass.
2 brings me to 16.
Pass to you. The shields are down.
That's an interesting draw. Don't think we can quite risk it just yet. But let's play a Narset
Okay,
and minus it.
you got it. I won't play my Champion of Wits for a while.
None of these is super appealing.
God, I love playing this deck. It's so fun.
Take Azorius Charm.
Okay.
And play a tapped Hallowed Fountain. Pass the turn.
Untap. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, baby. All right, we're going to move to our attack phase. This at Narset, this at you.
That's interesting. So are we getting stubbed?
Ooh, yeah, actually, hang on.
Yeah. Say, like, you know about this.
Yeah, both at Narset.
Okay. So now that the Narset is going to be effectively bricked regardless, I'm just going to let it die. Save this Azorius Charm for a better spot.
Okay, I will pass to you.
That's not good.
Upkeep. Here we go. I'm going to put this in the graveyard for no reason. And emerge this. Trigger for the land. 1, 2, 3. I think I want all your white sources. So the this is smart to for a learning lesson. Anybody who's playing this, the way you stack these triggers is very important. If you have call, select, return, you always want the tap to resolve first, and then I want to stack this. If I had call, select, return, you'd put call, select, return there, and then stack the sanctum. So the sanctum is always your last thing to be doing.
Yep. Okay. So I'm just gonna float 4 mana.
Which colors?
3 blue and a white.
3 blue and a white. Okay, so the tap resolves sanctum. I'm gonna sack.
Yep.
Actually, maybe I don't want sanctum yet. I think I want to just keep my land, so not gonna sack this.
Okay, I'll scratch you.
Okay.
Do I want to keep this? I'm at 16. I think I need to find gas, actually.
Okay.
Let's just bottom both. That was 2 lands. Another land, so...
All right.
Glacial Fortress and pass the turn.
Untap.
I don't know what... Like, if I just let the Brazen Bar resolve, a lot of, like, the Flaming Phoenix doesn't come back.
It's a house
nice
of cards
for me,
at that point, yeah.
And I can keep the Bone Crusher Giant off the battlefield, but then you just, like, Deep Fiend me still. I just... I've flooded a little bit. I just haven't quite had enough interaction.
11. 11 is 1 short.
Maybe I shouldn't have cycled this Azorius Charm early, but I didn't really have a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's close. All right, so we are going to... All right, beginning of combat, trigger.
Yep.
I will declare.
I will charm the Elder Deep Fiend, which I don't feel great about.
Okay, take 6.
I'm at 10.
All right. I'll pass to you.
Upkeep.
Upkeep. I will tap. Yep.
Lands.
Yep. And then trigger.
That's all good.
So you're floating that?
Yeah, I'm floating 2 blue, 2 white. There's no point not floating.
I mean, I either draw that, or I get rid of the land. What I'm worried about is playing Supreme Verdict. And then I'm thinking about how to put myself in best position to do something like that. But honestly, it's just pretty bad for me if that is the case. I think sacking to get rid of that isn't great either. But maybe I can draw like a Bone Crusher Giant or something with an extra draw step. All right, I'll search for this.
I need a Supreme Verdict, so I will not be scrying.
Yay!
Pass the turn.
Hooray! For the USA. Beginning combat.
Yep. I'm dead.
You were really dead.
This had all lands.
Yeah.
This is Azorius Charm cycled. This Narset basically cycled, right? Got a card and then died. Maybe gained a little bit of life. The Absorber get countered. The Dispute traded for a card. And then like this sort of traded for a card. So I only had 3 cards that traded for 1 card each and 10 lands.
Yeah.
A Teferi I never had the opportunity to cast because of Deep Fiend, but your ability to play on my turn and then all the cheap counter spells that you bring in really turns this matchup around, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think, man? I mean, we have some time now that we're a little caught up. You wanna explore a couple more games of these? These games are really good and really interesting.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do a best out of 5. That sounds good. But yeah, I mean, the thing is like being able to. One thing that I want to do against blue-white control is just stop Ross from using his mana efficiently on the early turns. So I just don't play anything, or I play things that don't matter to counter like this, mainly because the beginning of my turns is a lot of stuff that doesn't matter. It's when you hit 4, cards like this matter, Bone Crusher Giant, stuff like that. So all I'm trying to do is that, to put you in a weird position by playing flash cards, and then you just don't want to you don't want that to resolve because then I'm just going to leave open counter spells. Like I can put you in a rough spot, and that's just in general why I don't like straight control decks in these kind of formats anyways, because there's so much stuff that can happen, and the decks are easily taken advantage of. Control decks are easily taken advantage of. You know what they have to do. You know which cards they have to play next turn to stay alive. So then you just think, like, what sets me up the best to play around that? And for F&M or whatever, I think blue-white control is going to be excellent, right? When players don't know exactly what to play around constantly, that's when you're going to dominate. And that's when blue-white control seems like it's an oppressive deck. But when you just know what to play around and stuff like that, it's not the same case.
Just tooting your own horn.
You know it. And now here comes the 0-2 from blue-white control.
Sure.
All right, let's do this.
I have a reasonable 7 here, so we'll keep it.
Yep, these are magic cards.
Okay, I'll start on a Castle Vantress.
Okay. We will go with a Steam Vents. Your turn.
I have a Plains. You're up.
Okay.
It's a little land go in the early game.
We love it. We love it. Jace.
I will syncopate that for 1.
Your turn.
Glacial Fortress, pass.
Okay. You know what I said about not letting Ross use his mana effectively on the first few turns? I didn't do that. That was my bad.
That's exactly what I wanted to do.
Your turn.
Opt on Izzet.
Okay.
And we want this.
Okay.
Okay. I stand corrected. If I had known what I was drawing, I would not have kept that. But Island Pass.
Brazen Bar.
I will syncopate that for 1.
Okay. Untap. All right. Mutavault and just a Bone Crusher Giant.
That's fine.
Pass to you.
Pass.
Okay. Okay, not a terrible draw here. Now, what do we have to be afraid of here? Want to start getting aggressive a little bit. Let's go like this. Now, do I want to deal with a Azorius Charm? I don't think I care that much. Yeah, maybe I do. All right, we'll attack.
I'm at 16.
Okay. I'll pass to you.
And step, scry 2.
Yep.
Ooh.
Scrying 2. We love that. Love to see it.
Definitely sending the land to the bottom. This seems like it's an easy keep.
Upkeep. I will stack the triggers in the same way I have been. We'll leave your planes untargeted.
Okay, I will... absorb the Deep Fiend.
Okay.
I gain 3.
Yep, you go to 19.
This gets tapped.
I will go get another one.
Okay. Draw for turn.
Yep.
Play a Hallowed Fountain untapped. Go to 17.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Go with a... Oops. Flamewake Phoenix?
Sure.
Attack.
15.
15. Second main Charter Course?
Sure.
Draw 2. Pass to you.
End step opt.
Okay.
Bottom that.
Okay.
Lanes go.
Okay. Untap. Play this. I will debating if I want to attack with Mutavault here. Things to be afraid of, like Gear Hulk. I don't even know if that deck plays that, but I'm sure there's got to be a value 1 in the deck.
There's 0 to 1 in lists
0 to 1.
from what I've seen.
I'll just attack with this.
Okay. I will attempt an Azorius Charm to put it on top of your deck.
Okay. That's a bit of annoyance, but nothing we can do about it.
Okay.
And pass to you.
End step, I will scry 2.
Okay, I might stop you there. Yeah, go ahead and scry.
I like that one. That one on the bottom.
Then I'm going to play this.
Sure.
Go ahead. Lyra. Ruh-roh. All right,
You're
well,
up.
immediately punished.
Yeah. Hope you don't have a lightning axe.
Immediately punished for that. I know what I'm drawing. Grody. Grody. I will just say go.
Upkeep.
Yeah, we got to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This game has been a lot trickier. So I didn't have any... I think the main thing is I didn't have a Mystical Dispute early, and I couldn't force through any of my things, so I kind of just had a jam, and you've just reacted pretty well.
Yeah, I will dispute your Deep Fiend.
That's not good. Okay.
Okay, then this gets tapped, this gets tapped.
Yep. Needed that to resolve. That should be lights out.
I'll play a Teferi.
Force Spike.
Okay, you can go.
Okay. This is a little bit of hope. We'll champion, draw.
Yep.
Oh.
Did we hit?
Maybe. Yeah, I got to discard 2. Yeah, whatever. I'll discard 4 and Lightning Axe that. Discard 2 to champion, then discard 1 to play this, and hit you for 2.
That's rough.
13, right?
Yep.
13 to 20?
Yeah.
Pass to you.
You can go.
All right. We're back in. Still in trouble against just Castle Vantress, but
9.
go. Creature lands are coming. This is your end step, or my end step, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Is this even worthwhile? So if I keep one of these and deal with the champion, you still have, you can active. You have exactly enough where you can animate both lands. And it's still the same clock. So honestly, like, I think I need to do better.
I'm shocked that I am in a positive position in this game, to be honest.
Was in a tenuous position.
Yeah.
I could have I could have done some things differently. I never know.
Blue-Eye Control, yeah, honestly, if you make any remote mistake at all, I feel the deck punishes you so hard.
Yeah. But I'm like, you're not even sure if it's a mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think I have to bottom this cast. I don't think cast outing a champion on my turn is good enough.
No, that doesn't seem. Yeah, it doesn't seem good enough.
I almost think I need to just find the second Lyra.
Yeah.
It's because these.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to think. I was like Teferi and stuff like that. I'm not super afraid of that kind of card right now.
Yeah, like these lands are huge problem.
Yep.
Fumarole is probably the best draw in your deck.
It really was.
So much worse than cast out, but
yeah. All right.
You can go.
Kind of wanted to land there. So I think eternalizing here is pretty bad. It's a good thing, but I really just want to try to get you dead. So we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna leave this up and this up, and I'm gonna go animate.
Yep.
Switch.
Yep.
Beginning of combat. And get busy for 6.
I'm a 3.
All right, your turn. Love that trick with Fumarole and Phoenix. To fizzle?
Yep.
Okay.
Plus here, or minus there.
Okay.
Narset. Minus Narset.
Okay.
Show you another Narset.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right, no land for absorb, so we love that. All right, so Phoenix, animate. Let's see. What I can't put 3 creatures into attack, so it looks like you're going to live if you have the charm. Or if you have a way to counter this, I guess. Phoenix?
Yep.
Animate?
Yep.
You? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I figured, but
so when you played
yeah.
the Deep Fiend, I had absorbed Dispute, and I chose to dispute the Deep Fiend.
Yeah.
If I had absorbed it, I would have had Dispute up, and you had exactly 6 lands. You championed. I would have just disputed your Lightning Axe.
You played Teferi.
Well, I would just.
You just wouldn't have. Yeah.
But then you would have gone Axe stub your. You would have then had the stub, right?
If Deep Fiend resolved?
No, if I don't play Teferi.
Yeah.
Because you would have just had Stubborn Denial in your hand.
But I had to discard it to Lightning Act.
No, because you ended up having no cards in hand. So if I don't Teferi, then you don't stub. You have an extra card because you didn't stub, and then you would have had to make that decision to keep the stub with everything with.
Yep.
And maybe you do, maybe you don't, but you probably do because you need to like counter a counter spell.
Yeah.
Though like the only counter spell that matters for me is Dispute, so like maybe you figure that out, maybe you don't, and I win the game.
I definitely would have left Stubborn Denial.
Yeah, it
in hand.
seems like you would have.
Yep.
So like that was the one decision I kind of had to make, but I also I wasn't sure if the Dispute was going to be relevant because you were making a lot of land drops.
Yep.
And 2, I certainly wanted to leave the Absorb because once I untap or once you untap, like the Dispute probably doesn't counter an Axe.
Yeah.
But you needed to find it on that one turn. I guess you had 2 turns to find it. Like that.
Yeah.
The turn I tapped out for it because I only had 2 mana at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then the following turn after you had the Deep Fiend.
Honestly, though, this was one matchup that I haven't stress tested this deck because I've just been playing, streaming, having fun with Pioneer, just enjoying it. But this is one match that I was like, well, I'm not going to play this deck at the Mythic Championship or the Players Tour 1 if it has a bad blue-white control matchup. But this impressed me. It honestly felt like I was kind of in the driver's seat the whole time. I have great answers that are very flexible to the threats you're bringing in.
Yeah, the creature lands are a really big deal.
Mystical Dispute is also so I said I cut all the lands. I left in 1 Mutavault in in this version, but online I cut for all sanctums, and it ended up being insane. But I did go up to 3 fumaroles because I think that card is insane.
Yeah, the fact that it's 4 power creature for your Phoenix is it's not something that it was immediately obvious to me.
Yep.
One of my issues this game is I didn't find a source of card advantage until it was a little bit too late.
Yeah, one dig and the lights out for me, I think.
I boarded down a bit on card advantage, and maybe that was a mistake. I did get some action going with the castle, but like, you know, I traded 1-for-1 a ton and did it very efficiently.
And I was very behind early by this point or whatever, right? You know,
exactly. And I found, you know, the Lyra, which is, you know, sort of a way to close the game once I get ahead.
And I got lucky to deal with it, you know.
And that was sort of the game. Once that happened, like you generated enough advantage with your lands, and they were threats I couldn't answer.
Yeah, sticky threats, plain and simple. You know, creature lands as well as Flamewake Phoenix being really annoying seemed like a pretty tough thing for blue-white. And we got to just, you know, one thing that we do here on Versus Live is maintain that blue-white control can't win a match. I've played it too, and I've lost as well every time. We just cannot win with it. Maybe we're just too stupid.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there telling me I sideboarded badly or played differently.
No, I told you that.
You told me that, obviously. Okay.
All right.
We've got one more match to finish up here, and we've got some sweet decks to do with. We'll talk about them once we come back from break.
Yeah.
Another 5 minutes, Rob?
Yeah, sounds good.
So we are going to be back in 5 minutes, and we will finish out the last episode of Versus Live.
Of the decade.